Learning a skill or a craft will completely change your life, and I really broke this down into like three, maybe four different reasons as to why um, learning something on your own will is just so significant in the things that it can do for you. I would say one of the biggest reasons, well, the first reason I would say is just that learning something new is good for you anyway. It's good to make these new connections in our brain, get some neuroplasticity going, learning new things, and just using our brain. If you're doing anything like art, drawing, sewing, even if you do something like 3D design, it doesn't matter what it is, you're still using hand-eye coordination and you're still in turn you're still like strengthening and fine-tuning your brain just in general. That's fantastic, especially now when so much of what we do, especially Gen Z, is scroll or just consume mindless numbing content. I think that doing something where you're engaging your brain and using it and not using AI or not using whatever it is to make the easiest like the easiest way to do something, just truly sitting down on your own will and learning something that you would not have passively learned through your day-to-day life, like something you truly had to commit to. I think that's so important because you are literally training your brain. Your brain is, I mean, I don't know if it's a muscle, is it? But like it's something and it definitely can be trained and it can be improved, and therefore your quality of life is improving and you also get smarter and more interesting. There are so many things that like I feel like people in general just want to be so like influential, but they don't do anything worth influencing or worth like teaching or learning. They just like talk. It's just like birds in a cage yapping at each other. This is a totally side thing, so I'm not even going to go down that hole. um is it go down that hole, by the way? Is that a weird thing to say? I just gardened before this video, so I hope I'm not sounding burnt out. But anyway, the second reason that I think that learning a skill or a craft is so important is this one is more mentally. I mean, the other one was mentally too, but like this involves like so much emotion. I don't mean to come off like corny when I talk about alchemy or something like that, but I think that there is something to be said about, especially with art, pouring in your pure emotions, your true emotions, just, um, trauma, maybe, whatever it may be, even if it's not negative, just pouring intense emotions into a craft or into a skill and really like dedicating yourself and placing your energy in this thing. You will create something I feel like you would not have been able to create if it weren't for these emotions. I know you've seen like a painting or a song where the artist or the author or just the person who wrote it, made it, whatever, was so in pain, or even if it wasn't negative, was there was such an intense emotion that is literally visible or audible in their song, that or whatever piece of artwork, whatever the media may be, where it's so like passionate. There's something really, I think there really is something to be said about this. Can be life changing if you create an outlet for yourself, if you create a way to to release emotion or at least put it into something. I think that that can be life changing and potentially even life saving, depending on where you are mentally. Having something like that can really be like fantastic for a lot of people. And I know for me, this is something, um, just going through family stuff or going through my own stuff, just growing up, going through my own personal journey, being able, like sewing now, like I make clothes. This is like, I want to come on YouTube and make like a non-stimulating content or not like overstimulating content. That's why I just talk and don't even edit or anything. But like on other platforms I do and post a lot of like stuff with clothing. If you want to see, let me know. But I have found that having this outlet and being able to create this art, I have literally been crying into a sewing machine because of whatever was going on in my life was so intense. But I had this outlet, and it's not drinking, it's not drugs, it's not scrolling, it's not anything unhealthy. It's truly sitting here and creating. But now I look at these like corsets I've sewn or these pants or whatever it may be, and I'm like, there was raw emotion that went into this. This thing has value because I know what I was going through when I did that. And not only what I was going through, but I know my intention was to create something in that moment. Now imagine if it was a song or something more like visual. Like I mean clothing can be emotional as well, but I just put emotion into it. But if your piece represents your emotion as well, I think that's honestly a bonus because you have now taken this concept of emotion and something that could be so truly painful, strong, happy, whatever it may be, and you have like not personified it, but you have like embodied it or you have given it like a physical form. It's kind of incredible if you think about it. Now, when I was talking about alchemy, I just mean like the turning your emotion into like a pure energy and like making something. Maybe that's not the right definition, but I think I have the idea right. Um, I think that that's something that is life changing. I mean, that's been life changing for me. Also, sewing has opened so many doors. I mean, bro, I did a Paris Fashion Week show. Like, what are you kidding me? But that's separate from the point is like separate from the doors that it may open for you or whatever opportunity you may get. I'm not trying to think like anything monetarily because you shouldn't live for money, but like that money is life changing too though. So, you know, you kind of have to you that is an option to think about. But just having this outlet is fantastic. Um, and then the third thing that I would think about is when learning a craft, obviously you can choose what degree to learn it to, but I would say that learning something to the point of really mastering it is extremely special. Like bring back learning something for 10,000 hours or practicing something for 10,000 hours and becoming a true master at it. I'm about to go to a course to learn like true couture, true pattern making, because it's really a goal of mine to really become a master at this. This is another thing now, like learning languages, I'm really into. And so, like, I buy books or read poetry in my target language, listen to music and all these things so I can think not only learning this language just to communicate with people, but I can think poetically in another language or um, just learning it to make a connection like whatever emotion may be behind the reason I learn a language or learn this craft or do something um like becoming a true master at it, I think is probably extremely fulfilling. It's not, I mean, I don't know why I said probably, but it's a truly fulfilling emotion, but also just like thing to do. It's that's so exciting to become a master in something. Imagine like you know something so well that you are considered one of the best. And it not even being the best, but just a true like you are just truly so knowledgeable about this. I think that that's so fantastic. And also like people, I think something about at least my generation in particular, we're so obsessed with instant gratification that I think there's something very special about dedicating yourself to something for a long time. And it makes your work and it makes the things that you do like with your craft or skill way more valuable, not even again monetarily, but just like you have literally put everything into this because at 10,000 hours, I mean not literally, but after a long period of time like that, you will learn so many things, not only about the skill, but also about yourself and the way you learn things, the way you do things, the way you proceed, how you problem solve, how you critically think. Um, I think that that's just incredible. Sorry if I'm kind of rambling because, like I said, I did just garden before this, but I think that there's really something here with this point that I'm making. And I almost didn't make this video because I was like, is this Loki cringe? Hey, this person blasting music. Oh my god, watch them be flaming me. Whatever. But yeah, so I really think that there is something to be said about all of these things. LOL, my lighting died. But anyway, if you like this video, let me know because I'm not really sure like how I want to go about YouTube. Even if I do, sometimes I just get on here because like I don't really have anybody else that I want to like wants to listen to this type of stuff or like anybody that I want to put through it, even if they would want to listen. But I really wanted to come on here and just kind of make like non-stimulating, non like overstimulating videos or whatever it's called, just because I think that there's so much like brain rot content. Everything has subtitles, which for a good reason, but I mean subtitles in the way to keep your attention and they're fast and flashy. Um, or like everything is tailored towards short term like short form brains and just like short attention spans. I wanted to make something where it's like, all right, now I come here, we sit, we think about it, and then if you like it, you let me know what you think. And then that way, not only building just like real, like listening to something without 27 different like ways of stimulation, but you know, just something that's like like real in real life and not like internet drama. Anyway, so let me know if you like that, but it was cool to talk to you. I'm gonna go. Bye now.